Hey guys, welcome to this new tutorial about the useState hook, where I will show you exactly how the useState hook works so you can use it in your next project. By the way, if you don't know who am I, I'm Amin, I'm 21 years old, and I left Canada when I was 17, and now I'm living in Asia by doing coding as a living, and I help aspiring developers do the same. So if you're ready to start, let's hop in the code. Okay, so here we have a small app that we have a text, I have 0 apples, and we just want to show the apples increment, so we will need like a button and a logic to add apples when we click on it. So let's start. Let's make first a variable called number and set it to 0. And then instead of hard coding it, we're just going to put the number. So here we can just reload the app and it's working. I have 0 apples like previously, but now it's from the function, from the variable instead of hard coding it. Now let's add a button. So a button we call increment apples, and inside of the button we're going to use the onClick event, and we're just going to call another function that we'll make. So let's call it handle increment. Let's make the function here. So handle increment. Let's make an arrow function. There will be no parameter inside of it or arguments. And inside of it, let's just call number variable and add 1 to the previous state. That's it. That's pretty much the basic code you would think if you want to make a button that will add apples. So let's try it. First, let reload and increment apples, but it doesn't work. Or actually it works, but it doesn't show that it worked. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. If I'm console log the variable, you will see that it's working. Oh. And then I have to save first. So yeah, as you can see here in the console, it's working. You have the number incrementing each time we click on it, and that's pretty much it. Like the reason, not pretty much it about the useState hook, but that's pretty much the reason why we use the useState hook. It's because if you use simple variables, your component in React will not reload if the value change. And here we use the useState hook because we want to tell the component, hey, there is this number variable, or there is this variable, and if the value change, you need to reload and show the new value. So that's the reason why we use useState, and I'm going to show you right now. So it's just to reload the component, or re-render as we call it in React. So let's try to use the useState hook and see how it will make the component re-render each time the value change. So how do we call it? So sorry, const deconstructing array, and you're gonna call it the first one state, and then state. After that, we're gonna rename them. It's just to show you, so you understand like the syntax of the So here you have the state. So in our case, we will call it number. So it's like the sort of variable, or it's like a constant variable, however you want to call it, but it's the state. And then we're going to call it number. And then here it's the set function. So this is the function we will use to change the value. We will not do like a simple variable and just call number equal. We will need to use the set function that we will call, and you can call it like you want, set tomato, set shoes, but we call it, just to make sense, set number. And then here you have the initial state. We're gonna make, so the initial state, like it's in the name, it's already clear, but it's the initial value or of the variable. So let's say we want to start at 0 apples, but let's say, for example, you already have a lot of apples and you want to start at 100 apples. You can do so, but in our case, we're gonna just start with 0 apples. By the way, the useState, now we're using number type, So using numbers, but you can use anything: string, boolean, so false, true, and other types. But let's keep it simple and just use number for this case. So let's continue. Now we have the number. Now it's not gonna work because we're setting it to with the old way. Let me just reload and show you that it doesn't work. Increment apple, it gives me an error. So assignment to constant variable. So I cannot set this constant variable like this. I need to use the set number. So let's try. Set number, and with the previous state plus 1. And now we're gonna reload it and try it again. And perfect. So now it's working. We don't even need the console log anymore. And now it's working. This is pretty much the useState hook. It's simple. I'm gonna show you how to make it a little bit harder and just another example. But that's it. That's pretty much the useState hook. Is that this is how you can use it. You can read the documentation if you want like more details. But this is the basic usage of useState. Let's try to make it a little bit harder, or just to show you how you can have ideas to continue and make like add to it. Because the best way you will learn is not by just watching the videos and just like following a tutorial or read documentation, but it's by implementing it. That's the best way to learn. So let's add a button that we will want like to decrement. So decrement apples. And then let's make another function that we will call handle decrement. And then here, let's call it. Here, let's do a minus. And let's try. Up. So you have this button, increment and decrement. By the way, if you see now it's going to go negative. Another way to just add to it, and that's how you will learn actually. And I really suggest you to make a small project with it, calculator app, or to do, but just like by using variables. Don't even need a database, just to practice. So let's make condition. If number is higher than 0, then you can set number minus 1. So it doesn't go to negative values. So let's try. If I click on decrement, doesn't work. If I increment and then decrement, it's working. That's pretty much it, guys, for the video. Hope you learned about the useState hook. Hope you can use it now in your project. And if you liked it, you can put a like in the video, subscribe. And if you have any question, you can put it in the comment. I will respond to your comments. And so yeah, guys, you can share it also with your friends. If you know someone that's learning React or is new to React. So yeah, guys, take care and see you in the next one.